Rooney Mara says David Fincher saved her career after Bad Nightmare on Nightmare on Elm Street. Did you guys like that Nightmare on Elm Street remake? Um, I like Rooney Mara as an actress, and she. What I like about her is that she doesn't even look like her sister, Kate Mara. Like they look totally different. And as great as she looks in this photo, you know what caught my eye here is the shelving in the background because that's what I went to school for. Um, Materials management is what I'm trained to do, and I'm not seeing a lot of markers here. Normally underneath here, there's markers that let me know what slots are. That would be my first order of business. If I walked into this distribution house or warehouse, this is kind of like what you see at the end of an IKEA. When you walk into the end and you got to pick up your thing from the shelves, I went to school to organize that stuff and build computer programs to manage all that stuff. But anyway, this caught my eye for a couple of reasons because I like Rooney Mara. We don't see enough of her, and um, I liked her in Nightmare on Elm Street, but I like what she said here. She said, I had done a Nightmare on Elm Street remake, which was not a good experience. I have to be careful of what I say and how I talk about it. It wasn't the best experience making it, and I kind of got into this place that I still live in, that I don't want to act unless I'm doing stuff that I feel like I have to do. So after making that film, I kind of decided, okay, I'm not going to act anymore unless it's something that I feel that way about it. And it sucks because she's a tremendous actress, great talent. And she, by the sounds of it there, she says, I have to be careful about how I talk about it. So it sounds like either the producer or the director strong arm, she was mistreated in some fashion. And I'm not going to speculate as to who, but it was kind of like the work environment didn't seem hospitable. And that sucks because, as I said, she's a great talent. And then David Fincher came in and, turned her around because David Fincher cast her in Social Network and Dragon Tattoo, right? A. Weaver says, I despise the remake, though I love Rooney. Yeah, she's fantastic. Lifer Dobbit says, Rooney Mara was great in Dragon Tattoo. Yeah, she was amazing. And that's one of the series that if I could make a sequel to, I would make a sequel with her and Daniel Craig in the next one because it's a little late now, but man, I love that movie. That was a great movie. As much as I love Noomi Rapace in the original, it's kind of like she did a great version of it too. She did. She goes on to say, I got an audition for Social Network, which was a small part, but it was an amazing scene. It was just like her breaking up with with him in the beginning, right? And learning that he had gone on social media to like smear her through. Yeah, great scene, very effective. And I didn't want to work again until I think the girl from the Dragon Tattoo, David didn't want me to audition for it. So it's just basically, she talks about how David Fincher kind of like, um, yeah, David really took me under his wing. He became my mentor in a lot of ways, and you couldn't get like David Fincher is a fantastic filmmaker. He took such great care to make sure that I knew that I had a voice and that my opinion meant something. He constantly was empowering me, which I think really affected the rest of my choices thereafter. And so now we know why we don't see a whole lot of her, right? Unless she really wants to do it and is comfortable with the team making it, then she won't be in stuff. And that's, I guess, I wanted to know that because I really like her work, and she's going to be in Women Talking this month. Women Talking with Claire Foy, Jessie Buckley. And I'm looking forward to that Jessie Buckley because we saw her in Men last year, right? Frances McDormand. That's going to be in select theaters this month, so I'll be watching Women Talking for sure. Specifically, a lot because of Rooney Mara. Arglass says, love Rooney. I didn't like her being recast with The Spider's Web. Yeah. For Claire Foy, right? Claire Foy was in The Spider's Web, right? And she's going to be with her in Women Talking. That'll be interesting. Wow, nice to hear that about Fincher. Yeah, and Fincher just seems like he's a good dude. And Fincher's no stranger to seeing producers or companies strong arm people into making choices they don't want to do, because he started off with Alien 3, and that's a big famous story with Fincher, right? That it was kind of like taken out of his hands, and he was forced to do things that he didn't want to do, and it got to the point where he just walked away from the film. So it's good that he recognized that. He saw that situation with her, and he stepped in. Kudos. Good. Well, sorry, that was a hit headline, I suppose, for me. Let's change up this a little bit. Superman fan art imagines David Corn Sweat as the new Man in Steel. Now, yeah, we looked at